So now I've added some more stuff to this track from the beginning. Let's hear it back a little bit. Let's bring that's the bass. Let's bring in the percussion and the vocal. Keys. Bells. Okay, cool. Not bad. So this is the track. And I've added some parts in here. And I'm going to talk about what we added and how we did this. It's pretty simple stuff. We added in a reverb over here. Got a reverb right here for the drums. So if I want to hear that reverb, I have it right here. I can almost solo this out. I think what I'm going to really do is going to play this back with it. I'm going to mute everything else. And I mute the keys here. And the bus can be muted here. And we got the bass is here. And now we have just the drums going on. You can hear the reverb over here. So what we do here is we pretty much just create a reverb, very simple. If I want to create any kind of effect or something, I come to here, we'll say, I want to find a place to put an effect. I'm going to do a different reverb here or something. Well, I actually have a delay on this side of it. See it right there? And so I'm going to put it right past that one. So I'm going to do something else here. I'm going to go here, and we're going to go and look for, matter of fact, we'll make it easier. We'll go right to here, and I'm going to bring a bus in. Bus number 5. Yeah, that's good. Now as I do, you see here, auxiliary 5 just came up here. That's bus number 5, auxiliary 5 came in here. So an auxiliary track is made by creating a bus, a send. So these are sends. This is the audio, up or down. See the volume increases, comes down here. Great. So I may want to add an effect here. So I'll come to right here, where that 5 is at, right? And I'll come down here and look for an effect I want to add. So I'll go here to my effects. I'm going to try to find something I want to really put in there. I think we're going to go with the, I saw it here before. There's a chorus there. But I think probably the best thing to use, if I can find it, I've got one in here. There's rotary. There's tape. Pure plate. Here we go. Now I got my pure plate right here. That's a plate verb. So I can use this plate verb right here. Maybe I'll use it for drums right here, like this here, right? Get some drums. And there's a bright snare. Drum bus right here for a drum bus. Perfect. So I got that for a drum bus. I put this right over here. And now this is that effect right here. This is up here. I'm not worried about that. If I play the drums back, we don't actually hear anything except for what's already on that snare. See there's some effects here? Like here's a snare drum. See that? I'll bring it down to reality. And here I would have an overall drum effect with drum bus for 5. I'd come to here. That's kind of too deep. Oh yeah, that's cool. So I've added an effect on top of that. Didn't need to do that, but I'm just showing you what we can do within the system. Now also, I want to add more effects I can, but I tend to always also come to here, and I'll call this a verb, right? This is going to be my reverb. That's my verb. This will be verb number 2. All right? which is cool. I may say, you know, I don't want to use that one. So I'll come back to here. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use it for something else. I'm going to put the vocals right here. What's my vocals right here? I may want to add right here for the vocals. So I may come to here. I'm going to switch out now. Go to here. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use 5 now. And 5 becomes my verb. This becomes 5. I can say this one's okay, but I really don't want it. So I'm going to get rid of it. No send. And so we got rid of the send, and we moved the send over here and changed the send that was here for the vocals. I can bring this up a little bit more. I'll come back to here on the plugin. I'll say, you know, that's a drum bus. We don't need that. I'll go back over here. I want to use vocals. Okay, it's a vocal setup. This sounds good. Those are mostly all backgrounds I heard right there. That was all backgrounds you just heard. So we're going to go for tight backgrounds here for the reverb and put this over here. And then now we got something. So you can press play here. And we're good. If I bring the vocals in, let's bring them down some. It's right here on this track right here. So this is sending the audio over here. So all this is taking some of the audio, sending it here, but the dry sound is right here in the mix, this fader. But when it takes off of here, it sends here, that's dry. When it gets here, this is all wet here, meaning that the effect is on that. So we're making a balance between the wet and the dry to give ourselves that kind of effect. And that's how we tend to use a lot of reverbs and delays within the system here inside of Logic Pro. I also want to talk more about this mixer window. Now, if I want to get rid of the audio, I come to here. All the audio's going, right? And let's say, for example, I've got everything opened up here. And we're going to play everything back. And as I do, let's say, for example, these are keyboards right here. This is the piano, and this is the keys, right? If I come in and solve this up, and we'll play this back, I got these 2 things going on right here. I can mute one of them. So in this case, I'm trying to send this one more to the right. This one more to the left. Now, what I have going on here too, I've got the Pro Q3, and this is the fab filter. So I cut out some frequencies I don't want to have, and you can see it's going right here the same way. I'll turn this one on. Okay, so now I can control them both right here. To make it easier for me, I can also click right here, this little angle there, and they become this one piece here, my keyboard bus. This is right here. Now I may want to add some effects on it. If I do, I'd come to here. Let's say if you want to add some real effects tied to it, I'd say here I might want to get this reverb 2 on it. I'll probably come over here. I want to hear that reverb 2 solid as well. Oh, she's on there. See that? What I want to do is cut everybody off. Bring them down and get an idea of how that reverb sounds for these keys. If this is up, these sounds are going to be in there. Like for example, we know it's going to 5 here. Pretty cool. Stop that. Now the same for the drums. I can do this for the drums right here, and my board looks much smaller, right? And sometimes we do this to get a better look at our mixing console. It makes it easier for us to see what's going on. And sometimes I open the whole thing right up. I can see everything. I know what's happening. I say, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. Now, one thing's also for sure, I can, instruments here, if I had instruments, I can hide that, so I can turn off and on things I don't want to see in the mix if I want to do that, the buses, inputs and the outputs, the master, VCA, voltage control amplifier, and of course the MIDI information, which is easy to do. And here, as you can see, this controls our window. I go back to here or here. See that? That's our tracks right there. Now, this is a pretty cool way to set up. I like the way the setup runs too as well. It's pretty simple. I can grab a bunch of tracks here. I can say, I want these tracks here. I want to do something with all these tracks. It makes it easier for you to do that. And this is what I sort of like and I really love the Logic Pro setup. Now, one thing's really cool you should probably do is build a template. So in our next video, we're going to build a template for mixing, a template for MPC, a template for machine. So when you actually pull these different items up or different machines up, you'll be able to sit there and do it. Even one for MIDI's helpful too as well. So I'll see you in the next video. Any questions, hit us up down below. And also, if you need help, we do lessons. Visit us at SampleKings.com.